All right, now you're just gonna talk to me. Act like no one's here, nothing's here. Any alias you'd you like? Any name you ever wanted that you know? What's your real name? I won't say anything just so I know it.
Haley.
Haley. And you're a gas station attendant here at Gas Mill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how do you know Angela Steinfurth? You know her, right?
Well, I don't know her personally. She worked here for a couple of weeks.
Just a couple weeks.
Not recently. It was about a couple months ago.
So she didn't work here long.
No, not really.
In that time, how well did you know her at all? Was it just, working together?
Just working together. I worked with her every day, but she unloaded a lot of information from her life, but that's about it.
Did she kind of have a troubled life? Was she?
Yes.
What was
so
her,
she says.
Yeah, what was her main complaint? Whatever that she said.
Just that I don't know. Just random stuff, basically.
So tell me, you heard about the case, obviously. You understand what's going on with it. When did you come forward to police and talk to them about what you saw and what?
That Saturday. The Saturday after the baby came out missing.
The week later?
Yeah, almost, yes.
What did you just happen to see it and that prompted your memory? What happened?
No, I knew. Well, when I came in Monday, I seen the flyer on the counter and I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't recognize the child. I'm gonna be all the way honest. I didn't recognize the child. Then I went to the nail salon and I got my nails done. And when I was there, I was like, oh my God, that's Angela's baby. And I talked to my boss and she's like, yeah, it was her baby. And I said, she was just in the gas station with her baby earlier today. And then it was just, my boss, it didn't click in my boss's head like, oh, hey, we should contact the police or anything. And then it kept eating at me, and I was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, you should go and tell the police. So I did.
About the dates and everything, what do you remember about the morning it happened? What were you doing,
I just came in, I opened at 7, probably a little bit later. I'm late almost every day. But I came in and I just did, Sundays are usually slow, so I just do whatever I have to do. And then that was about it.
So this was early in the morning.
We open at 7.
Sunday, the morning before?
No, it was the morning that she came in missing.
Okay, so that Sunday morning.
Yes.
What are the time frames we're looking at that you saw her?
Well, we open at 7 and we're usually dead. I'm going to have to say she came anywhere from 8 to 9:30 because my boss came in at 9:30, 9:45 and turned the cameras back on. We watched the video and from what we seen, we can't see her on the video. And she can't, so therefore she had to have came before that time.
What did you come in here and do? Was she with the baby? What describe to me her.
She came in, she walked in, and she put the baby down, and she got her groceries, what she had to get, and then she picked up the baby, approached the counter. She had the baby on her right hip, and there's boxes in front of my view, so I leaned over and I looked at the baby, and the baby looked like a regular baby, but she glanced away when I looked at her, and she looked at the door, and so I only got a glance at the baby, but I didn't notice anything. You notice a black eye on a fully grown person, you would notice something on a child, especially. There was nothing, no bruises, no marks, nothing. The only thing I noticed about her was she had red cheeks. And I assumed it was because it was hot outside.
Now, there was nothing exchanged, right? Did you say, hi, since you worked here or anything at all? Or?
No, I was asked, why didn't you? She's an odd type of person. Like I said, she unloaded a lot of information. You just don't tell everybody your whole life story when you first meet them. But she was just weird in general. So I didn't want to, hey, no small talk. I didn't want any small talk. I didn't want to talk to her or anything. So I didn't. And usually, I love kids. I love kids. And I didn't talk to that child. And I'm really upset that I didn't.
How completely confident are you that it was her and that it was the little Elaina, the youngest daughter?
I'm 99.9% that it was that morning she came in with Elaina. You don't just walk around as somebody else's child the same age as yours.
Now, when you say 99.99, you're just leaving a tiny margin of error, but you're saying that you're sure.
Yes.
And you're also sure that it was that Sunday morning.
It was that
not
Sunday.
Any other day.
Yeah.
How much does this bother you that you theoretically may have been the last person to see this baby alive on her mind? I mean,
I don't like to think about it because I'm the oldest of 9 and I love my brothers and sisters to death. But it's really sad, just to think, what if you were the last person to see that child?
But confidently looking at the baby, it was, like you said, sometimes
it looked like a normal baby.
No markings, no bruises, no.
And like I said, the child was walking in the store.
So when you hear, the stories that she said about, blaming her ex-boyfriend Steven.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, But what I'm saying is it didn't happen when I seen that child. It had to have happened after, if it did happen.
So we're talking about sometime between 9:30 a.m. and 2 or so p.m. when it went disappeared, or maybe went missing.
You know what assuming does? But
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to assume. I don't know.
What did police say when you brought this information to them?
What do you mean, what did they say?
Did they, raise any speculation? How extensively did they question you about it? Did they go at length?
They questioned me for maybe about 45 minutes. Not too much, but they did go into detail, like asking me the same questions you're asking me.
How important is this fact, do you think, to this case, that potentially, with all the stories flying?
I assumed it was pretty severe, because why did she come over here when she was on federal?
Yeah, I mean, the indication that the time frame that people talk about, this is completely crucial to the time frame of what people are looking at. So I think people, of course, are going to try to question any credibility you have, anything like that, just to make sure. Mm-hmm. What do you kind of say to that?
And the fact that our cameras were down, that's just very nerve-wracking, because people are looking at me like, oh, you're lying. Like, why would I lie about seeing a baby? And then the fact that other people are saying, oh, she just wants her fame. I really didn't. I don't want nothing to do with the public eye at all. I just want them to know this is what I've seen, and this is what I'm telling you.
You said your boss came in and turned the cameras on, the cameras were down. Is that normal?
There's a wire in the back that was loose. She has it fixed now, and I guess when they was getting the cigarettes, that the wire was bumped. That's what she had told me, and that's the reason the cameras were down until she came in the morning.
Which is unfortunate.
Yes, very, very unfortunate.
Have they come back to question you at all? Talked about
No.
What else? Nothing. You think they believe you, or they're taking it seriously? It sounds pretty like a serious, like I said, a serious spot in the time frame of all this.
Well, they're obviously not gonna come back and tell me this is what I found. You know what I mean? Because it's none of my business. They're the police and the FBI. I want to let them do what they have to do.
So essentially, you came forward just to make sure that information is known.
Yes.
So you don't know her that well. You don't know the babe well, but are you following the case?
I am stalking the case, if I can say. I get on it every morning. In the morning, I'm reading, I'm looking on the news, and I'm watching.
And do you have any speculation of what may have happened, or anything at all? None. All right.
People are saying this, and people are saying that, and everybody has their own opinions. I don't know. From one minute I think this, and then something happens, and the next minute I think that. So.
But for positive, factual information, June 2nd. That morning, Sunday morning, you saw her and the baby okay and well, no bloody nose, no black eye, no bump on the head.
No black eye, no bump on the head. What I did notice, like I told the cops about Angela, when she came in, she had messy hair. And if you look at all the interviews that she had and the fact that she worked here, she always had her hair tied back in a ponytail. But her hair was really messy. It was in a ponytail, but it was like either she had bedhead or she was like stressing and touching her hair. And it was just like kind of messy. Like, why was it messy? And I remember thinking that, like, before I knew any of this was going to happen. What else?
Did you know her ex-boyfriend, Steven, at all?
No, I don't know him. He looks like Lurch to me when I seen a picture of him finally, like 2 weeks later.
Anything else?
There was something and I forgot it. I don't forgot what I was gonna say.
Messy hair, or something about her being there in the morning.
Oh, when I was watching Nancy Grace the other day, and I seen that Frank had surveillance on his house, and I was watching a surveillance video, and in my police report or whatever, the two cops wrote down, I told them she had a pink shirt. I don't remember what Angela was wearing, pink shirt and lightly colored pants. That's what she was wearing Saturday. So that being said, if she slept in her clothes, 9 times out of 10, don't you think her daughter would sleep in her clothes? So there was speculation on what the daughter was wearing when she came up missing. I believe the daughter was wearing the same thing she was wearing in that video that Sunday morning.